Kratos versus Asura. God of War versus Asura's Wrath.
Who?
What the flip is an Asura? I do not know who Asura is, but I do know Kratos a little too well. And if you wanna defeat this guy, bruh, you are gonna need a miracle. Anyways, I've been seeing a lot of videos where they say Kratos versus another guy. Answers are always gonna be the same. It's Kratos, Maji.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the
Yes,
Wrathful
sir.
Destructor.
That's what we're
'Cause
talking
sometimes
about.
You just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Do you think one of these guys is an NPC? Like
In the
AI or
beginning,
something?
the primordials waged war across existence. A series of cosmic clashes.
I'm assuming this is
that
God of War
birthed
1.
the
Never really
universe.
played this one.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting a whole messy cycle.
Yeah, somewhere in between there was Kronos' balls getting chopped off and thrown into the river, and therefore the Sisters of Faith were born. I don't know if it's this part, but anyways.
Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
As a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among
And in the future, Atreus might be battling Kratos. Let's hope not, because that's kind of like a family generation type thing.
Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among
More like the curse of the family.
him. He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares,
Wait, I saw something. Okay, species, part god, part mortal, yes. Age 1000 plus years old, are you sure? Okay, maybe not. Maybe. Height 7'8", god dang, he did not look that tall in the game. 233 kilometers. Dang. Elias, Ghost of Sparta, God of War, Marked Warrior. Okay. And there's also Death. Don't forget Death. Likes Atreus, Olives. I don't know. The flip is Olives. Mimir, his family. Dislikes selfish gods. Slide puzzles. Slide puzzles. Okay. Sackboy doesn't want to talk about it. What is Sackboy, bro? And also don't forget Hope, the child of Pandora on likes. Yeah, he did like him.
Finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours.
I do not remember the game going like that.
Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
Those
But
swords might
Ares
as well
had
just
a
be his
scheme.
ends.
While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the Ghost of Sparta.
So he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them. And got some new gear.
What type of man would you need to defeat a guy like this, bruh? He literally scared the flip out of the gods of Olympus and the Norse gods in them. Thor would have died if Odin didn't mop him himself.
Out of it too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos
Arsenal, weapons, Greek, armor of Sparta, badass, barbarian, hammer, never used that. Blade of Athene, Artemis, I wasn't there. Blades of Chaos, ooh, those are some legendary weapons. Blade of Olympus, I changed my mind on that video I made where I said the blade was trash. I was trash. Eye of Atlantis, I haven't done that. Gauntlet of Zeus, I love that thing, bro. That thing's beautiful. Golden Fleece, okay. Head of Oriel, what is that? Head of Medusa, enjoy that. Icarus, Wings, Poseidon's Trident, Scourge of Ares, Spear of Destiny, Sun Shield, I enjoy that. Siphon's Bond, and more. Norse, Leviathan Axe, badass weapon. Dropnir Spear, I love that. Relics, a sword, hilt, talismans, and more. Shield, Gauntlet Shield, okay, yeah.
dominated
Rage,
both
Spartan
sea
Rage, and
sky.
Valor Wrath.
He also
You
has
missed
a
a couple of
tendency
them.
to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls. Even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up.
I wonder what happened to Atlas, bro. He's probably still sitting there thinking about how he got defeated, how he could have changed it.
the cosmos on his
Bruh.
own instead.
How do
And
you
he can do
defeat
it
a
with just
Titan?
one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than
How many family members has Kratos actually killed? Kronos, okay? Zeus, his mother, his father, Zeus is his father, his brother, well, technically he didn't kill his one brother, but Hercules is his brother, father of Pandora, I forgot his name, and I'm sure some of the gods were also part of his, anyways.
light, a frankly incomprehensible feat,
Then there's Daddy Zeus.
who proved a serious challenge until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon,
The Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and
Oh, wait, I
can
never
stab
noticed that's the
hell
one.
out of you.
It's that blade that made
Siphons
that.
godly energy and can pull it up.
Kratos regains the Blade of Olympus in God of War, Valhalla, and was able to summon it afterwards. Mimir described it as a memory of your past made manifest.
To even
Giving me
kill Zeus.
goosebumps.
Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone.
Yeah.
What was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met
Ooh,
Faye,
that image
his
is clean,
second
bro.
wife.
This image right here is clean. I can actually use this as a loading screen if I'm being honest. Look at all those realms, they're beautiful. Maybe I put it on the gauntlet on my channel and swap it for them stones. That would be clean. And also that Egyptian in mythology, it actually might be the next God of War. Because they say the next God of War might be Egypt. Imagine if they actually made us go through what he went through before he got to the North mythology, if you get my drift.
Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time, and Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes
Not said to rival, it was equal to Mjolnir itself. Maybe
Mjolnir
even
was
better.
as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a
I don't know what he's talking about. That weapon doesn't have poison. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but it doesn't have poison.
distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the
Dang.
opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the
Bruh, the realm shift thing is just too clean, bruh. How did they make us do that? How did they give us that OP power, bruh? Stopping time, the flip. I'm the time god now.
strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor.
That was
who
one badass
powerful enough to
entry.
fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Dang, was he
and
doing
that
that?
fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer
True,
power
true.
of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free
Dang.
the Norse world, Kratos
Killed most of the Greek pantheon, climbed out of the underworld after dying multiple times. Let me just tell you, he did that multiple times. Even in the games I haven't played, he did that. Forced Atlas to hold up the universe forever. Atlas can hold up the universe. How flippin' strong do you have to be to force somebody like that to do a job they don't want to do? Killed Kronos, who overthrew the creator of the Greek universe. Released hope into Greek and Norse realms. I think hope is what fixed that place. I'm sure that place is fixed by now. Surviving being thrown across the planet. When was that? I don't remember that. Anyways, reconciled with his past to become a better god. Yeah, defeated Atlas, Hercules, Zeus, Thor, Odin. Fought Shovel Knights to stand still. Shovel Knights wasn't in the game I never played.
By reckoning with his past sins.
That's his feat.
Even taking up the Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future
we still got that scar on our chest.
He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
Bruh, why do I care about this? Oh, hell no.
Long ago, a demigod fell from the heavens.
Okay, I'm assuming this is the story of Asura. Explain yourself. Why would you put this man up against Kratos? Are you trying to murder him? What did he do for him to get this execution? Okay, all official material related to characters is applied to analysis unless found contradictory to primary source material. Certain alter media, blah 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 blah.
To rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
After 12,000 years, he's free to punch everything.
Okay, I was gonna be like, is that a woman?
He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Bruh, first of all, you got screwed. You're on Xbox. I've never played this game. I've never heard of this game. It's probably because it's on Xbox, and Xbox is cooked. PlayStation fan for life. Age 12,000. Okay, physicality, race, demigod, father of Mitra and husband of Durga. What? Father of Mitra. Okay, that makes sense. And husband of Durga. So my nigga gay. Am I right? Former member of the 8 Guardian Generals. Okay, likes a family Yasha, hot sprint, QTEC, LGBTQ. Dislikes 7 deities, Chakra Vortin, hearing his daughter cry. Oh, okay, so that triggers him, okay? Chosen inheritor of the universe, put him in Marvel versus Capcom. What?
Besides 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy formed from human prayer, mantra.
By advancing technology with mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially
mantra.
Try to skip that past
technology
me.
With
the demigods advanced civilization is supported by the energy produced from mantra. In this natural state, it resembles a vibration similar to those emitted by soul waves and possesses very little power on its own. However, through reconciliation is it with the conductor within the mantra reactor. The demigods are able to magnify it and create an explosive source of power. Okay.
Mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness mantra through a different emotional affinity.
Okay, wait. We got the pride, lust, and whatnots. The 7 deadly sins. Pride, lust, greed, sloth, vanity, violence, melancholy. Don't know what the melancholy is. Never heard of that. It's the first time for everything, I guess.
This mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle. Like
okay, I feel like I might want to play this.
A state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right? Right?
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra.
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge.
Okay, so basically they kind of got like the same backstory going on around here. They are both fathers, they got daughters, except Kratos failed. Yeah, he failed badly. Kratos cannot relate anymore. Now we got Atreus. Oh my god. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Mantra energy.
Which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well,
Dang.
obviously, Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up
bro.
killed him. What a dick.
But
What's the point of killing his wife and stuff if you're just gonna murder him at the end?
true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death, thanks to some coaxing from
Again, another thing in common is literally climbing out of the hell. Kratos done did that.
a strange golden spider. He did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah,
The fourth, they became known as the seven deities, and they watch over the human from the heavens. Okay,
themselves gods
kind of like
now.
a Black Myth
Turns
concept
out they're
vibe.
all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf the planet and
Dang,
wreck it with
bro.
just a finger. Look at this.
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly.
Oh my god, Kratos is cooked. Oh my god, he's dead. Did you see the flipping scale of those things? I mean, Kratos did kill titans, yes, but those things were never like so big they have to be out of the planet, my guy. Okay, enhanced strength, speed, durability, and stamina. Rapid fire and homing charges projectiles. Dang, okay. Energy spirals, waves, explosions. Mantra arm, proplet, light, mantra of wrath, 1 of 8 mantra affinities. Increases aura's strength the angrier he gets. Dang. So basically if you make him angry, he gets stronger. I'll buy my ice cream. Manifest fire from mantra, resurrection, emblem transformation, mantra reactor. Dang. Okay.
Harden his fist
So,
to break
yeah,
steel,
don't piss him
fire
off.
explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes
Well, technically we also have rage. Big deal. What is that supposed to do?
unlimited mode, he can rapid fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid, like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods killed that
The way this guy just be tweaking anytime, bro, every time he's just tweaking. I'm surprised he didn't die from a heart attack.
girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura
He must have gotten the deluxe edition of a heart.
to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did
Kratos
you
is
think was
cooked.
gonna happen?
Yet
He
even
is
in
cooked.
berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels
Is this
so
a Chinese
high-
game? Is it a Chinese game? All the multiple arms and the Buddha-looking statues like... Okay, transformations. Vegra Azura. Metallized arms, 6-armed Vegra Azura, 6 metallic arms. Ooh, okay, he likes them arms. Berserker Azura, 4 mantra arms and mantra bolts and beams. Wrath Azura, mantra Azura. Supercharged metallized arms. Okay, so basically everything is just metal arms. What are you gonna do? Azura the Destructor, plant-sized interstellar flight.
Even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even
Dang.
though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his
Kratos might not have so much transformations, but you know what's most important? Not knowing when to die.
brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again. Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst. Then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms. His mantra form. Finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast.
Deus was defeated.
Kratos ain't never done none of that, bro. He ain't never done none of that. He's cooked.
Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra
Buddha.
and the entire universe.
And everyone's
Chakravartin.
suffering was
Okay.
part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it. That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the mantra reactor.
Infinity Stones. The mantra reactor focus aura afflicted with full control, bypassing any detrimental effects such as his wrath form and ascend to far greater powers. Dang. He got the
Capable
Infinity
of holding
Gauntlet.
7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel
We got the Blade of Hades. It can also collect souls. Yeah, it's a fair comparison, right? Am I right? Are we good?
for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was.
That's the same
His
thing they did to my
rage
guy
was really a
Kratos.
shield to protect humanity and
Used
most
him
of
as a
all,
weapon.
his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet. Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and
Dang.
obliterated whole stars.
Chakravartin was understandably impressed and
Wait. Chakravartin annihilated planets and stars. Rescued Mitra after 12,500 plus years of suffering, shredded through any army of Goma while without arms. Dang. Made Agus draw his sword for the 2nd time ever. What the flip is an Agus? Defeated Wizen, Ozu, Deus, Gohama, Extra, Yasha, Chakravart. Yeah, I butchered some of them names. Fought Akua only to a standstill.
and offered Asura a chance to take his place. Asura smiled at the offer and extended his arm.
Right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin
Dang,
dead,
bro.
so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because of just one thing.
What's
Some
that?
bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now
Oh,
that's a god I
somebody.
can get behind.
Okay, so that was his story. God damn it, bruh. The way he's fighting big sized things that are going way past the planet, it's messed up. Just imagine if he transformed into a giant thing that was just overlooking the planet like that. What is Kratos gonna do? Throw an axe? I don't think my axe can go that far. I'm cooked.
This battle is sponsored by Prize Pick.
Screw prize picks.
All right, the combatants are set.
I need
and
that
we've run
skin.
the
They
data
need to bring
through
it back
all
to Fortnite.
possibilities.
It's time for a dead battle!
Is he saying death battle or dead battle? Because when he says it, it sounds like dead battle, but it's actually death battle. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very flipping interesting. Woo, look at them babies glow. Kratos, the god of war. Why is he trembling? Definitely not because of that kid. He's reminiscing. He's trembling because he's fearing for that guy. You don't understand. He's fearing for that poor boy. He's like, now I gotta fold another guy for no reason. Yeah, that's it. That's why. Look at that guy just standing over there farming aura. Okay, yeah, this looks like it's kind of magic. Asura's magic. Are we back at Greece? Nope, we're not at Greece. We're in his domain. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Short stuff, what are you doing? Folded.
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But
Wait, Gaia?
not for long. You do not want this fight.
Oh wait, he's in my place, I think. I don't know. In my world. Woo! Yeah, try and damage that, bruh. Eat some of that ice. You look like you need to chill. I wonder how long it took him to make these animations, bruh. Oh, he's powering up already. God damn it. My guy don't even need a shield. Oh, they are both on rage. Nice. Gaia is screwed. Dang. 6-armed Vega something something. Boulder tasted dead.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up! Very well.
They did my guy dirty, bruh. What is this? His beard is not complete. Why did you do this to my guy? I might need to go to the barber before this fight.
Very well.
Woo! Let him know. Let him know. Send it right back. You know who else had multiple arms? Atlas. And he got folded. He's standing there just holding the planet. When I'm done with you, you're gonna be mopping Asgard.
Oh!
Let me guess, you're gonna raise yourself some new arms. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, Kratos, why didn't you bribe or something? Give us something nice, sing a lullaby. Why is he going to the sky? Do not turn into no gigantic something something. Oh, we're on Mars now. Oh, a random rock in the space. Wow, this is when things get serious, bruh. This is when things get serious.
This is not my end!
Imagine charging up all that energy just to get bitch slapped. Oh my god, this is what I was afraid of. Oh my flipping god. And he's charging up his armor. But wait, I could have sworn somebody charged his armor up in Kratos before. Was it Kronos? Okay, it wasn't a charge up, but... Oh, he's comfortable. He's like, I can take that, boy. He's like, I can take that. Woo! Damn, bruh. The energy force just shackled the whole universe. Well, maybe not the whole universe, but
me yet, Titan.
Death can have me when it earns me, but now is not that time. Dang, I ain't never seen that move before.
A worthy end.
I mean, I've seen it before, but his weapon has never gotten that big. That is messed up. Chill, Kratos. Blow them! Blow them up! Blade of Olympus, you screwed. You gave me the Blade of Olympus, you screwed. Kronos got the same treatment. And he came down, falling from the skies. Is that it? Are we done here? Do you have some more magic tricks to show me? Dang, right in his chest.
You are a monster no longer.
Yeah, that's cause he's dead, Kratos. He dead.
I never was.
Or maybe not. Nah, he's cooked. Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Who do you flipping think you are, bro? Challenging the God of War. I was born for this shit. Oh, flipping hell, he still got a daughter. Oh, now we... Wait. What was that? What was that? What was that? I saw that! Atreus holding Odin. Dang. Bringing back memories, huh? Gaia is still sleeping. She don't care. KO! That's what I'm talking
Asura's
about!
wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even
Yeah.
though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura
Yeah.
had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoe-in for Asura. Kratos
Yeah.
is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the
Okay.
moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely
Kratos directly defeated Atlas in combat, who had just recently captured Helios, further supporting the notion that Kratos outspeed Helios. Helios is not the speed
Without
god.
Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
Okay,
So,
okay.
kinda hard to quantify, but
If Asura were to destroy the planet Kratos was on, he would survive in outer space, as shown in his battle with Ares. This event is further substained as non-illusory in God of War 2 and its novelization. Okay, using
that's
big words.
consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so
the
close,
primordial
it's safest to
shockwaves.
assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed
I'll allow
matter
it.
if you don't know
I'll
how
allow
to use
it.
it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries, obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos
older
eventually
than a
learned to
fossil?
control
What
his
about
rage,
it?
Asura pretty much always had that control.
Asura ran towards and encountered more Shinoku soldiers and Goma, which he ripped to shreds in an instant. Interestingly enough, he had no eyes for civilian demigods or humans and left them alone.
So Asura easily takes experience, but when it comes to versatility, he couldn't
So he's got experience because he's older than a fossil. Alright.
match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure,
Yeah,
Asura
we
is
got a lot
quite
of them.
skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
What's
A
that?
whole lot of punching.
Kratos'
Yeah.
weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even
tell
his
him.
rage gave him far more
Tell
options in
them,
combat,
bro.
slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energy.
Imagine fighting Kratos for an hour, then getting so flippin' tired, and then he just comes up there and be like, refreshes like he just came from a sleep. Kratos' time slowing power should enable a safer approach. Gaining a significant edge, Chakravart's own time manipulation affects Asura, indicating a vulnerability.
Energies, like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses
In God of War Ascension, Hades and his warriors empowered themselves with souls represented as greed orbs. The Blade of Olympus drained Kratos of his greed orbs in God of War 2, supporting the notion it can absorb mantra, a similar form of spiritual energy.
all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura.
Despite Asura's soul being restricted to manipulation, mantra energy has been harnessed and forcibly controlled before, such as by the mantra reactor.
Just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's
In the manner, Asura Rage is immense that he is able to survive without his core and outpost Duke's
crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do. If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a
Dang.
closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable
5.34
universe.
E70
Destroying that
kg.
big
What
golden
the
god
flip?
would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power.
No. Not to should be able. Definitely way able to do that. He can even kill this Titan if he wanted to. I swear to
or
God.
even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy.
And don't forget, we also flipped the one thing. We literally turned the whole world upside down.
9 million times over.
That's
Dang.
almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction.
Throughout the game, Kratos directly interacted with the tree and collects dew from its branches. In Norse mythology, Yggdrasil is generally considered as an ash tree, power god of war. However, God of War, Cookbook of the Nine Realms describe it as a yew tree, which is slightly less dense than ash.
Times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this
I did
isn't
not know
some
that.
one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him.
When it comes to speed, I'm so sad. They did not even mention my guy Helios. Not Helios, Hermes. God damn, he was the god of speed and they didn't even mention him in speed. God damn it. How slow is he?
Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him.
Yep.
Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath too, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
What?
Asura's
What?
Asura.
Okay, I might be a Kratos fanboy, but Asura versus Ryu, from what I've seen of Asura, you see this. Ryu dead. Don't even make that video, bro. It's not worth it.
This again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asura,
What is Wrath?
the
Ryu gonna do?
sunrises.
Punch him?
The god of wrath was Kratos.
He doesn't have any
The winner
superpowers, I don't think
is
so.
Kratos.
Obviously. I told you,
But
niggas.
what if?
What if what? The video's over. Roll the end credits. Alternate ending? Alternate ending my ass. I'm just gonna heal from that. What is that gonna do? Button mashing. It's not gonna help you, boy. It's not enough. Send Kratos straight into a dream. He unalived my guy and sent him straight to Elysium to go see his daughter. If Kratos had the power to come back, he wouldn't come back. He would stay there. I swear to God. Why is Elysium looking so empty, bro? Why are we the only people here? Where's Atlas at? He should be right there next to that chain. Oh my God, he
That
escaped.
concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end.
I told you guys, Kratos is undefeated. I want to see somebody who can defeat Kratos. I think there's another one for Kratos versus Black Myth Wukong. What is a baboon gonna do, bruh?
Baby, relax.